Okay, good morning everyone. Happy Sunday. Hope you're having a lovely day so far. We've got a few minutes until we start, about 5 minutes. So as you arrive onto your mat, just take some time to grab a couple of props. So if you have blocks, that's fantastic. Use your blocks. If not, you can use a pile of books. Maybe also grab yourselves like a cushion or something soft just to give you a little bit of extra support if you need. If you do have any questions before we begin, then feel free to pop them into the live chat and I'll be able to answer them. If there's anything I should know also before we start, or if you just want to say hey, that's also really nice as well. As I said, there's a few minutes until we start. And as you are arriving onto your mats, just take a moment to make yourselves comfortable. So that might be seated, that might be laying on your back. We do start the practice with a little bit of yin, so we start off pretty chilled before we move into our more dynamic mandala flow. So just start to arrive, take a few minutes to settle in, and we'll get started soon. Okay, so we're going to get started in just a minute. If you are just arriving, then just take a moment to grab yourself some props. If you have blocks, great. If not, books work just as well. And then also grab yourselves a cushion or something nice and soft to support you. I have written that in the chat as well. So welcome to those of you who've just arrived, and we will be starting in just a moment. Okay, so it is 10:30. We are going to make a start. For those of you who have just arrived, good morning and welcome. If I haven't met you before, my name is Maz, and I'm going to be guiding you through the class this morning. So this is a mandala flow class. It is a dynamic vinyasa flow class, basically. If you are new to the style of mandala, we are going to be moving 360 degrees around the mat. So from the front to the back to the front. So there are going to be times when you are facing away from your screen, but I'm going to be guiding you through. So there shouldn't be any confusion. We do our mandala sequence a couple of times as well, so it's going to become familiar to you so that you are really able just to find that meditation in your sequence. In mandala flow, we work with the elements, so earth, water, fire and air. And today we're going to be working with the element of water. So our sequence is going to be working with finding space into the groin and the hips. With mandala flow, I also really like to kind of embody the element that it is that we're working with. So if we think about the element of water, when we're moving, finding that sense of fluidity, that sense of softness, and really just kind of going with the flow of the movements, coming out of that place of thinking, kind of using this time to really just get out of our head and coming to that place of feeling, really connecting to the body, the way the body's moving, how the body feels as we go through the practice. As I said just before we started, we start with a little bit of yin and we close with a little bit of yin also, just to kind of, in the first place, prepare the body, and at the end, just to kind of leave us feeling really nice and grounded and chilled. So with that being said, we're going to start this morning by coming to lie onto the back. We're going to come into a reclining butterfly pose. So we're going to bring together the soles of the feet, allowing the knees to fall out to the sides. If you are sensitive in the knees, then you might like to slide your blocks or your books just underneath the thighs to give you some support. And then we're going to slowly come to lie all the way onto the back. Gently slide the tailbone away from you, bringing the spine into contact with the mat. And then we're going to interlace the fingers at the back of the neck and take the elbows out to the side. So it's almost as if the arms and legs are mirroring one another. And with the fingers interlaced at the back of the neck, just use the hands to gently lengthen through the back of the neck. So just softly tilting the chin towards the chest. Closing down the eyes and arriving into a place of stillness. So taking this first few minutes to really just settle in, to arrive onto your mat. And just start to become aware of the breath. Taking this time as an opportunity to really anchor your awareness into the now. Allowing yourself to really be curious about the breath. Just allow the breath to be as it is, breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose. If the breath is shallow, let it be shallow for now. If the breath is deep, let it be deep for now. And just take this time as you arrive to really be curious about the breath as it is. Feeling the belly and the chest expanding, contracting. Feeling every cycle of breath rising and falling like a wave. That wave rolling in and rolling out. We'll just take a few more moments in here to arrive, to settle in, to be with the breath. Bringing awareness to not only the in-breath, the out-breath, but also to those moments between, those short pauses at the top and bottom of each breath, those moments of transition. Find an awareness of those moments. As we go through our practice this morning, let's also try to bring an awareness to those moments between as we move through our asanas. Quite often we focus just on the postures themselves, and we lose those moments between, those transitions. So as we flow like water this morning, find a connection to those moments. Very slowly, we're going to start to lift up the head, release the hands, and slowly lower the head back down. Bring the hands to the outside of the thighs, and very slowly start to draw the knees into center. Draw the knees into the chest, wrap the arms around the legs, and give yourself a lovely big hug. Maybe take a few little gentle rocks from side to side, massaging your lower back. And then take the hands to the back of the thighs and start to gently rock up and down. Inhaling up, exhaling down, massaging along the entire length of the spine. Eventually rock yourself all the way up, cross the ankles, place your hands, and start to step yourself back to a tabletop position. So coming through to all fours, spreading your fingers wide, stacking your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees. As you arrive to this tabletop position, close down the eyes and just start to move the body. So try not to overthink it. Just allow the body to start moving. So you might be moving through something quite traditional, rounds of cat and cow, if that feels good. You might be moving a little bit more kind of intuitively. So there's some circling of the hips, maybe figure eight movements. Maybe you're involving the wrists, the shoulders. Really just take this time to find that fluidity, connecting to the body, connecting to the breath. And we'll take some time in here to, as I said, start to embody that element of water. So take some time in here, moving, breathing. Let it be intuitive, connecting to that element of water. So when we work with the element of water, we connect to the energy center or the chakra located just below the navel, so the sacral chakra. And that chakra is the home of creativity, sensuality, feelings, emotions. So as I said in the beginning, coming to that place of feeling the body as we move through the practice, feeling any emotions that arise for you as you go through the practice. So nothing needs to be dismissed or disregarded. We're creating space. Just take a few more moments here to move the body. And then start to make your way back to that tabletop position. Tuck your toes and lift yourself up into your first downward facing dog. Continuing to move your body in there. So again, let it be intuitive, exploring, moving the body. There's no right or wrong. If a downward facing dog is a familiar place to you, maybe you're moving the body in unfamiliar ways this morning. And then take a moment just to be still in your down dog. Take an inhalation, lift your heels, look forward, and slowly start to tiptoe your feet towards the top of the mat. Separate the feet hip distance. Take an inhalation, lengthen and look forward. As you exhale, soften your knees, melt into a forward fold. Releasing the chest towards the thighs, allow the head to hang heavy. Take hold of your opposite elbows and gently sway the torso from side to side. Grounding through the feet. maintaining softness through the legs. And then slowly come back to center. Let go of the elbows. Bring your hands down to the mat. So soften your knees as much as you need to. Gently draw your chin towards your chest and start to slowly walk your hands all the way up the front of your legs. Keep your chin tucked in. Head and shoulders come up last. Once you get all the way up to standing, release the arms by the sides. Keep your feet hip distance. Keep the knees soft. Take an inhalation. Draw the shoulders all the way up to the ears. Exhale, slide the shoulders all the way back and down. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, draw the shoulders up. Exhale, softly slide the shoulders all the way back and down. From there, step to the top of your mat. Come to your mountain pose, feet grounded, legs active. Join together your palms. Bring your thumbs to lightly rest at the sternum. Take your hands into Anjali Mudra. Close down the eyes. And take a moment as you arrive here at the top of your mat to set an intention for your practice this morning. And again, there's no right or wrong. Find an intention that resonates with you this morning. Find an intention that gives the practice a meaning to you. Place that intention between your palms and keep it with you as you go through your practice today. Keep the eyes closed. And gently release the arms by the sides. Allow your palms to spin forward, just so you can find some space through the front of the body. Standing up tall in your mountain pose. Start to deepen your breath. Continuing to breathe in and out through the nose, but finding that gentle contraction at the back of your throat. Finding that ujjayi breath. Breathing in through the nose. Breathing out through the nose. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose. Breath rising and falling like a wave in through the nose. Exhale. Breathing in through the nose. As you exhale, open up the eyes. We begin. Inhale, float the arms up, gaze high. Exhale, take a forward fold. Soften your knees if you need to. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, place your hands down. Step your right foot to the back of the mat. Step your left foot to the back of the mat. Come to a high plank. Spread your fingers wide. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. Press the ground away and gently dome the upper back. Take one more inhalation here. As you exhale, bend your elbows. Slowly lower all the way down to the tummy in a straight line. Drop your knees if you need to. Once you get down, untuck your toes. Inhale, lift your chest. Come to a cobra. Draw the shoulder blades together. Press into the tops of the feet. Exhale, lower the chest down. Inhale, come up to all fours. Exhale, sit back into a child's pose. Inhale, roll forward to all fours. Tuck your toes. Exhale, find your downward facing dog. We begin our mandala flow on the right side. Inhale, send your right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your right foot to the top of the mat. Keep your left heel lifted. Inhale, rise up into a high lunge, bending into the right leg. Exhale, open up to a warrior two. Ground that left foot. Inhale, flip your right palm. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, elbow to thigh. Sweep the left arm forward. Extended side angle. Inhale, rising all the way up. Raise the arms, reach high. Exhale, bend both knees. Join the thumbs to the sternum. Sit low in your goddess. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, side lunge to the right. Go low. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, side lunge to the left. Inhale, frame your left foot. Exhale, step back. We're in a high plank at the back of the mat. Take an inhalation here. As you exhale, bend the elbows, come all the way down to the tummy in a straight line. Untuck your toes. Inhale, lift your chest. Come to your cobra. Exhale, lower the chest. Inhale, come to all fours. Exhale, sit back into your child's pose. Inhale, roll forward to all fours. Tuck your toes. Exhale, come to your downward facing dog at the back of the mat. We're going to repeat the right side. Inhale, right leg goes high. Exhale, right foot steps forward. Inhale, rise up into a high lunge. Exhale, open out, warrior two. Inhale, flip your right palm. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, rising up, move with the breath. Exhale, elbow to thigh, sweep the left arm forward. Inhale, the breath carries you up, raise both arms. Exhale, bend the knees, sit low in your goddess. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, side lunge to the right. Inhale, move through center. Exhale, side lunge to the left. Inhale, frame your left foot. Exhale, step back in your high plank. Inhale here. Exhale, lower down all the way to the tummy. Untuck your toes. Inhale, lift your chest. Come to your cobra. Exhale, lower the chest. Inhale, come up to all fours. Exhale, sit back to a child's pose. Inhale, all fours. Tuck your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths in your downward facing dog. Breathing in through the nose. Breathing out through the nose. Feeling the body. Feeling the breath. From your downward facing dog, we're going to move on to the left side. So same thing on the left. Inhale, left leg goes high. Exhale, left foot steps forward. Inhale, rising up into a high lunge, right heel is lifted. Exhale, open out to your warrior two. Inhale, flip your left palm. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, flowing through center. Exhale, elbow to thigh, sweep the right arm forward. Inhale, come all the way up, raise the arms, change the feet. Exhale, bend the knees, sit low in your goddess. Inhale, lift up slightly. Exhale, side lunge to the left. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, side lunge to the right. Inhale, frame that right foot. Exhale, step back. High plank at the back of the mat. Two choices here. Take an inhalation. As you exhale, either lower all the way down or halfway for your chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog at the back of the mat. Again, we repeat the left side. Inhale, left leg goes high. Exhale, left foot steps forward. Inhale, rise up into a high lunge. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Inhale, flip your left palm. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, flow through center. Exhale, elbow to thigh, sweep that right arm forward. Inhale, rising up, switch the feet, heels in, toes out. Exhale, sit low, goddess. Inhale, hips lift. Exhale, side lunge to the left. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, side lunge to the right. Inhale, frame the right foot. Exhale, step back, lower down through your vinyasa. Inhale, cobra or upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths in here. So returning again to the front of the mat. Breathing here in your down dog. In through the nose, out through the nose. With your next exhalation, bend your knees, look forward, step or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, bring the thumbs to sternum, close down the eyes. So coming back to the top of the mat, take a moment just to really establish your connection to the ground, to the earth. Place your left hand just below the belly button. Place the right hand on top of the left. And just take a moment to connect to that energy center, that sacral chakra. Feeling the waves of breath, ebbing and flowing. Taking a couple of more moments here. We're going to move to our second round of our mandala flow. We add on. Releasing the arms by the sides, blink the eyes open. Inhale, raise the arms, reach high. Exhale, take a forward fold. Inhale, lengthen, look up. Exhale, place your hands, step or float back, move through your vinyasa. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog, you're on the tops of the feet. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, send your right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Inhale, rise up into your high lunge, left heel is lifted. Exhale, open up into your warrior two, ground the left foot. Inhale, flip your right palm. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, elbow to thigh, sweep the left arm forward. We're going to repeat that a few more times. Inhale, rise up, flip the right palm. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, extended side angle. Close the eyes if it feels good. Inhale, rise. Exhale, reverse. And again, inhale. Exhale, extend. Connecting to those moments between, those transitions. Let it flow. Feel the body. Feel the breath. One more time, inhale. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, center. Exhale, extend. Coming back to our flow. Inhale, rise up. Raise the arms, straighten that right leg. Switch the feet, heels go in, toes go out. Exhale, bend the knees. Thumbs to sternum, goddess. Inhale, lift your hips. Exhale, side lunge to the right. Inhale, flow through center. Exhale, side lunge to the left. Inhale, frame your left foot. Exhale, step back. Take it through a vinyasa at the back of the mat. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, drop your knees. Come into all fours. We're going to come to Anahatasana, or melting heart. So keep your hips and knees in line. Start to slowly walk your hands forward and lower your chest down. So you might be bringing your chin down. You might be bringing your forehead down. Feel free to support underneath with a block if you need to. Feel free to close the eyes if it feels good. And just breathe in here. Finding space into the shoulders, the upper back, the middle back. Breathing into that space. If you feel tightness in the shoulders, maybe take your hands a little bit further apart. We'll take 2 more breaths in here. And then on your next inhalation, start to slowly come on up to all fours. Tuck your toes. Exhale, lift up into your downward facing dog. So downward facing dog at the back of the mat. We're going to stay on the right side. Inhale, send your right leg high. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Inhale, rise up into your high lunge, high on the ball of the left foot. Exhale, open up into your warrior two. Inhale, flip your right palm. Exhale, reverse your warrior. We're going to stay in here. So keeping that nice deep bend in the right leg. Thighs spiral open, sit bones draw together. You might like to wrap your left hand behind you, reaching for the right hip or thigh. Lengthening through the right side body. Lengthening the tailbone down towards the ground. Make sure you don't lose that nice deep bend in the right leg. Keep sending that right leg out towards the right. Breathing here. One more breath. And then as you inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, elbow to thigh, sweep the left arm forward. Inhale, rising all the way up, reach the arms high. Exhale, bend the knees, sit low, goddess. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, side lunge to the right. Inhale, traveling through center. Exhale, side lunge to the left. Inhale, turn the body, frame that left foot. Exhale, step back. Take it through your vinyasa. Inhaling, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. So we're at the front of the mat once again. We're going to drop the knees. And we're going to bring the elbows down, the forearms down. Coming into a dolphin pose. So draw the elbows in narrow. Press the ground away from you. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Make sure you set up a really strong foundation. And then when you're ready, tuck your toes, lift your hips. Start to walk your feet in. Maybe there's a bend in the knees, that's absolutely fine. Press the ground away and dome that space between the shoulder blades. So broadening that space through the upper back as you press the ground away. So maybe you stay here today. Maybe you inhale and lift up through the right leg, pointing through the toes of that right foot. Maybe you stay, maybe you have a couple of little hops and find your way up into your forearm stand. So working into the space that feels good for you today. If you are playing with that forearm stand, then feel free to use the wall, a closed door. Feel free to grab housemates, boyfriends, girlfriends to give you a hand. And we'll take a couple of more breaths here. If you're staying in that dolphin pose, keep pressing the ground away from you with the elbows, with the forearms, the wrists, the hands. Everything is really super, super engaged. And then let's slowly start to come on down. And let's all meet in a child's pose. So take your big toes together. Take your knees wide this morning. And send your hips back towards your heels. Reach the arms forward, release the forehead down, support with a block if you need. Take a deep inhalation through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Once again, inhale deeply through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Let's do that one more time. Deep inhalation through the nose. Exhale. And then seal the lips. Reintroducing once again that Ujjayi breath. Breathing in through the nose. Breathing out through the nose. With your next inhalation, come on up to all fours. Tuck your toes. Exhale, find your downward facing dog. We come to the left side. Inhale, send your left leg high. Exhale, step your left foot forward. Inhale, rising up into a high lunge. You're on the ball of the right foot. Exhale, open up to your warrior two. Ground the right foot. Inhale, flip your left palm. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, rise. Exhale, extended side angle, let it flow. We repeat, inhale, rise. Exhale, reverse, close the eyes if it feels good. Inhale. Exhale, flowing like water. Inhale. Exhale. Keep moving, inhale. Exhale, it's almost like a dance. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Coming back through to center, inhale. Exhale, we extend. Come back to the flow, inhale, rise. Exhale, sit low in your goddess. Inhale, lift up slightly. Exhale, side lunge to the left. Inhale, come through center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, turn the body, frame that right foot. Exhale, step it back. Take it through your vinyasa at the back of the mat. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. From your downward facing dog, once again, drop the knees. Two options here. You can take a Anahatasana once again, your melting heart. So keeping the hips and knees in one line, lowering the chest down. If you would like to, you can take a second dolphin pose. Forearms come down, toes tuck, hips lift, we walk the feet in. Maybe you stay, maybe this time you raise the left leg and start to have a few little hops. Or of course, child's pose is always an option. So we've got about 5 breaths here at the back of the mat, working into the space that feels good for you. So whether that's Anahatasana, finding space in the shoulders, the upper back, the middle back. Maybe that's your dolphin pose, starting to build that strength in the shoulders and the upper back. Maybe you're playing with your forearm stand this morning. Staying with the breath wherever you are. Calm breath. We are going to have one more opportunity to have a little play with our dolphin or our forearm stand. And when you're ready, slowly start to come on down. And we're all going to meet in a downward facing dog at the back of the mat. Maybe take a vinyasa, maybe just lift up into your downward facing dog. Staying with the left side. Inhale, send your left leg high. Exhale, step your left foot forward. Keep that right heel lifted. Inhale, rise up into your high lunge. Exhale, open up to your warrior 2, ground the right foot. Inhale, flip your left palm. Exhale, reverse your warrior. We stay in here. So lengthening all the way through that left side body. Keep bending into that left leg. Keep spiraling open that left thigh. Drawing the sit bones together. Maybe you're going to wrap your right hand behind you to find the inside of the left hip or thigh. Rotating the chest. We've got 2 more breaths in here. Finding space. And then inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, elbow to thigh, sweep that right arm forward. Inhale, rising all the way up. Exhale, bend the knees, sink the hips low, goddess. Inhale, lift up slightly. Exhale, side lunge to the left. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, side lunge to the right. Inhale, turn the body. Exhale, step back. Take it through a vinyasa. Inhaling, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. So we're at the front of the mat once again. We're going to come for the last time into our dolphin pose and variations. So lower the elbows, lower the forearms, tuck the toes, lift the hips, walk the feet in. Maybe you stay here. If you've already done both legs, raise your favorite leg. Point through the toes, keep shifting the weight, keep pressing the ground away. Maybe start to come on up into your forearm stand this morning. Breathing wherever you are. Drawing the belly button towards the spine. And then from wherever you are, slowly start to come on down. Let's all meet once again in that wide-kneed child's pose at the top of the mat. So take the knees wide, send the hips back. Take a full deep inhalation through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale. Last time, deep inhalation. Seal the lips. And gently reintroduce your Ujjayi breath. Breathing in through the nose. Breathing out through the nose. Breathing in through the nose. Breathing out through the nose. On your next inhalation, come on up to all fours. Tuck your toes. Exhale, find your downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, bend your knees, look forward. Step or lightly float to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising all the way up, reach high. Exhale, thumbs to sternum, close down the eyes. Take a moment here. Reminding yourself of your intention. Gently release your left hand just below the belly button. Place the right hand on top of the left. Connecting to that space once again. That energy center connects us to that water element. That space of feeling. That space that enables us to go with the flow. To move with fluidity. Gently release the arms by the sides. Blink open the eyes. We begin our third and final round of our mandala. Inhale, raise the arms, reach high. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale, lengthen, look up. Exhale, place your hands, step or float back. Take it through your vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, you're on the tops of the feet. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg goes high. Exhale, right foot steps forward. Inhale, rise up to your high lunge. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Inhale, flip your right palm. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, rise, elbow to thigh. Exhale, sweep that left arm forward. Inhale, rising up, reach both arms high. Exhale, bend the knees, sit low in your goddess, heels in, toes out. We're going to do pulsations in here, so inhale, lift your hips. Exhale, hips lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 3 more times, inhale, hips lift. Exhale, hips lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last time, inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower the hips. Come back to the flow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, side lunge to the right. Inhale, flow through center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, frame your left foot. Exhale, step back. Take it through your vinyasa. We're at the back of the mat. Inhale, upward facing dog, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog at the back of the mat. From there, bend your knees, step or float your feet outside of your hands. So we're coming into a malasana, coming into a squat pose. So you might have, again, heels turning in, toes turning out. You might have the feet parallel. That's going to depend on the anatomy of your hip. If your heels are lifted and it feels really super uncomfortable, slide blocks underneath to support. Take a moment, join your palms, lift up through the chest, pressing the arms against the legs to find space. We're going to start to find some flowing movement in here. So as you inhale, reach your right arm out to the side, raise the left arm, open the chest. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale, left arm reaches, open up. Exhale, back to center. Repeating the other side. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, center. Repeat on the left. Inhale, open up. Exhale, center. One more time each side. Inhale, open up. Exhale, let it flow. Inhale. Exhale, come back to center. From there, we're going to start to move through our vinyasa. So you might simply place your hands on the mat, step yourself back and lower down. Some of you might be having a play with your crow pose, taking a breath. Inhale, squeeze the heels in. Exhale, step or float it back. We all meet in a downward facing dog at the back of the mat. Take a breath. Exhale. We stay with the right side. Inhale, send your right leg high. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Inhale, rise up into a strong high lunge. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Inhale, flip your right palm. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, rise. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, bend the knees. Sit low in your goddess. We stay in here. So lowering down the hips, drawing the sit bones together, spiraling open the thighs. Feet grounded, thumbs pressed to sternum, staying with the breath. 2 more in here. Maybe you sit a little bit lower, connecting to the breath, finding space. Good. With an inhalation, lift up halfway. Exhale, side lunge to the right. Inhale, flow through center. Exhale, side lunge to the left. Inhale, turn the body, frame the left foot. Exhale, step back. Take it through your vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So we're at the front of the mat once again. We're going to bend the knees and step or float the feet outside of the hands once again. So coming once more into that malasana, that squat pose. And again, this might be where you're staying. You might even be popping blocks underneath your bottom if this feels really quite strong for you. If you are wanting to play with a variation, 2 options. First option, taking the right fingertips to the outside of the right foot. Stay up on the fingertips. You might raise the left hand and open up, finding space, rotating the chest. You might wrap the arms around that right leg and take your bind, drawing the left shoulder back and down. Maybe you stay here. Some of you might want to go a little bit deeper into that right hip. If that's you, you're going to start to send the right shoulder underneath the right knee. You place that right hand onto the mat, and you start to lift up the right foot. You take the outside edge, and then you start to straighten up that right leg, and you rotate the chest, taking the gaze underneath that left armpit, pressing the ground away, coming into your half Titibhasana. Taking a few more breaths, wherever you are. And then from wherever you are, start to slowly release. Come back to your normal malasana. Start to place the hands down. Take it through your vinyasa. Maybe adding a crow pose. Coming to a downward facing dog. Take a moment, drop the knees. Sit it back into that wide knee child's pose. Sending the hips back towards the heels. Taking a deep inhalation through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. One more time, deep inhalation through the nose. Sealing the lips. Returning to your Ujjayi breath. Breathing in through the nose. Breathing out through the nose. With your next inhalation, come on up to all fours. Tuck your toes. Exhale, find your downward facing dog. Coming to the left side. Inhale, left leg goes high. Exhale, step your left foot forward. Inhale, rise up into your high lunge. Exhale, come to your warrior two. Inhale, flip your left hand. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, rise up. Bring the elbow to thigh. Exhale, come into your extended side angle pose. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, bend the knees, come into your goddess pose. From there, take your hands onto your thighs, thumbs facing in, fingers facing out. Press into the thighs so you straighten the arms. Take an inhalation. As you exhale, drop your right shoulder towards the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, drop the left shoulder to the right. Let it flow. Inhale, center. Exhale, drop the right shoulder to the left. Inhale. Exhale, left shoulder to the right. Keep it going. Close the eyes if it feels good. Inhale, center. Exhale, drop the right shoulder to the left. Inhale. Left shoulder to the right. Beautiful. Inhaling. Come back to center. Exhale, join the palms. Inhale, lift up slightly. Exhale, side lunge to the left. Inhale, come through center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, frame the right foot. Exhale, step it back. Take your vinyasa. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog at the back of the mat. Once again, bend your knees. Step or float the feet outside of the hands. Coming into that squat pose once again. Use props as required. Again, you might stay here. Again, you might start to find that flowing movement. So inhale, opening up. Exhale, center. Inhale, switch sides, open up. Exhale, center, flowing like water. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, open up. Exhale. Enjoying those moments of transition. Those moments between. Exhale. Couple more times. Inhale. Exhale, moving like water. Come back to center. Place your hands, take it through your vinyasa. We're at the back of the mat. Inhale, upward facing dog, cobra. Exhale. Left side, last time. Inhale, left leg goes high. Exhale, left foot steps forward. Inhale, rise up, high lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, flip the left palm. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, center. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, bend the knees, goddess. We stay in here once again. Thighs spiral open, tailbone lengthens down towards the ground. Maybe lift your heels. See how that feels. Breathe here. Draw the belly button to spine. One more breath. If you've lifted the heels, place them down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, side lunge to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, turn the body. Exhale, step back. Take it through your vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Coming for the last time into our malasana, our squat pose. So bend the knees, step or float the feet outside of the hands. So we have the same options as we did on the right side. Some of us are staying here in our squat pose, maybe even supporting underneath the bottom. Some of us are taking that bind around the left leg. So you take the left hand out to the side, you raise the right hand, you stay here maybe. Maybe you reach and wrap the arms around that left leg, you take your bind. Maybe you're taking that half titibhasana, so sending the left shoulder underneath the left leg. And really, really slide the shoulder underneath. Maybe you stay here. This is a great place to really open up in the hip. Maybe you lift the foot, you can stay here. Maybe you take your right hand to the outside of the left foot and you start to straighten that leg. Taking your gaze underneath of that right armpit. Breathing here, press into that left hand. Take some breaths. wherever you are. And then start to release whatever variation you're in. Start to prepare to move through your final vinyasa. You might take a crow pose, you might step or float straight back. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Drop your knees. Toes touch, knees go wide. Send your hips back towards your heels. Release your forehead down. Take a full inhalation through the nose. Open up the mouth, exhale. Inhale. Exhale, sigh it out. One more deep inhalation. And then seal the lips. But let go of that Ujjayi breath. Let go of any conscious breath control. And just start to return to your natural breath. And just allow yourself to be curious about that breath. As we did in the beginning, find a connection to the breath as it is in this moment. If the breath is deep, let it be deep. If the breath is shallow, let it be shallow. The rising and falling of each breath like a wave. We're going to stay a little bit longer in this child's pose, just to start to ground, to slow down, as we move towards the end of our practice. Just take this time to observe any shifts. Any changes. The resonance you feel might be physical, it might be emotional, it might be energetic. Just honor whatever's with you in this moment. There's no right or wrong, there's no good or bad. Whatever you're experiencing in this moment simply is. Very, very slowly, start to find your way to all fours. And then start to make your way through to seated, extending your legs out in front of you. Bringing the legs hip distance, maybe a little bit wider. And we're going to start to come into a forward fold, a caterpillar pose. So coming towards our yin part of the practice. So we're going to be folding forward. If you know that when you are seated, your hips kind of tilt this way, I would suggest to sit onto something. So it might be a block, it might be a pile of books, it might be a cushion. Just allow yourself to elevate so you can get that slightly more tilted pelvis, and then start to fold forward. So we're not trying to hold on to the toes or the feet. Simply just allow the arms to flop beside you, and then just start to creep yourself into a forward fold. Here might be nice to support underneath the forehead. You can grab, again, blocks, books, cushions, whatever you have. And just allow yourself to melt into a very, very soft, passive forward fold. Let go of any flexing of the feet, any kind of engaging through the kneecaps, the quads. Just let the legs be completely soft. And come into this forward fold, your caterpillar pose. I'm going to stay a few minutes in here, finding stillness, finding softness.
Feeling the entire weight of your body being held and supported by the earth. Allowing yourself to feel that sense of stability, that sense of safety, that sense of abundance. So in the context of this posture, knowing that whatever you're feeling is enough. You don't need to force or push and pull in order to find something more. Just allow yourself to be with what is. Finding space here through the back of the body. Sense of calmness, sense of peace.
Going to stay another couple of moments here, inviting a softening of any tension you might be working with.
And very, very slowly, start to lift up the torso.
Take your time. Start to pop any props to one side as you lift yourself up. And really just move slowly. Be aware of each movement. Be aware of each part of the body. Start to slowly bring the legs together. And then slowly start to come to lie onto your back. Bringing the knees into the chest with you as you lie on your back. Once you get all the way down, maybe take a few little rocks from side to side, massaging your lower back. And then bring the knees to center. Take your arms out to the sides. We're going to close with a supine twist, starting with dropping the knees over to the left side. Maybe sliding the hips and the upper body over to the right. Maybe taking the gaze over to the right. Try to keep both shoulders in contact with the ground as much as possible. Either keeping your knees together or maybe crossing and wrapping the right leg around the left to come into a twisted roots. Finding space through the side body. So with the knees over to the left, we're finding space through the right side body, the right outer hip and thigh. And just allow yourself to breathe softly into that space. Feeling the expanding and contracting of the right side of the rib cage. Maybe just for a moment, place your right hand onto the right side of the rib cage and allow the breath to rise and fall into the hand. Just taking a few more moments in here. Slowing down. And then slowly, carefully, bring your knees back to center. If the legs are crossed, slowly uncross them. Draw the knees into the chest. Take a moment to reset. Maybe take a few gentle rocks side to side. Feeling any differences between the two sides. And then we're going to come to the second side of our twist. So dropping the knees over to the right side. Maybe sliding hips, upper body over to the left. Keeping the shoulders as much as possible in contact with the ground without forcing. Either keep your knees together or cross and wrap the left leg around the right. Breathing into that left side body again. Maybe place a hand, just for a moment, onto the left rib cage. Breathing into the hand. Finding your stillness here in your twist. Finding softness here in your twist. Just taking a few more moments here. And then very slowly start to bring the knees back to center. If the legs are crossed, gently uncross them. Draw the knees into the chest. Take a few little rocks from side to side. And then in your own time, in your own way, start to extend your legs and find your way into your Shavasana. Lying onto your back, extending the legs, releasing the arms, slide the tailbone away from you, tilt the chin towards the chest. Close down the eyes. And bring yourself to your Shavasana, your final relaxation. And as you arrive, just take a moment to scan the body. Noticing if you are keeping any tension or tightness anywhere in the body. And just start to invite that to soften. And just allow your body to feel held, supported, at peace. Feel yourself arriving into this inner ocean of peace, quiet. And gradually any ripples on the surface of that ocean start to subside. Finding peace, tranquility. Allowing your muscles to soften. If you'd like to stay a little bit longer in your Shavasana, please feel free to do so. If you are ready to come out, start to slowly bring some movement to the body. Gently moving fingers, toes, wrists, ankles. If it feels good, take a long whole body stretch, inhaling deeply as you lengthen. Exhale as you release. Bend the knees, draw them into the chest, give yourself a hug. Maybe take a few little gentle rocks from side to side. And then in your own time, in your own way, start to make your way up towards a comfortable seated position. If you need something for a little bit of extra height, grab a block or a cushion. Come to seated, closing down the eyes, and just take a moment to close. Notice how the body feels, how the breath moves. Where is the mind? Thoughts, emotions, feelings. And then gently join together your palms. Take that Anjali mudra once again. Thumbs come to sternum. Take a moment to reflect on your intention, to honour your intention, to honour your practice. If there's someone you would like to dedicate your practice to today, bring that person into your mind. Maybe someone you love, or maybe someone who needs a little bit of extra love in these days. Gently lift the thumbs to the centre of the forehead, the third eye space, and then slowly take a forward fold, connecting to the earth. Namaste. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining me, for practicing with me. Have a lovely rest of the day. If you do have any questions or comments or anything, please feel free to pop it into the chat. If not, again, thank you so much for practicing. I hope to see you in real life very soon, hopefully. I'll be back on Friday morning at 8:30 and next Sunday at 10:30. So hopefully see you virtually. Thank you so much, guys. Have a lovely day.